It's funny, it's not showing the live. So you have to go to my profile and it shows up. It's like spinning. What the hell? Okay, there we go. And I have chat so I can see it. Not really feeling that great today. My voice might cut in and out. This is my April Shop My Stash live stream. This is where I pick products out for the month of April to use all month long, makeup wise. I had planned on like doing a makeup video, but I've washed and moisturized my face recently, but my face is like super dry and sensitive right now, so I don't know. I might just record a video on makeup later. I did go through and pull colors for 2 palettes, like 2 magnetic palettes out of my singles, and I pulled 1 palette that was sent to me from my Amazon wish list that I plan on using this month. I've not used it yet. It's still packaged and sealed. I pulled the like rest of my makeup and stuff like that, so I am just going to be going over what I pulled, why I pulled it, and what the theme is for the month of April. I am not one to do April Fool's jokes. I don't like them. I think they are asinine. I think that trying to trick somebody by doing something that could or could not be potentially hurtful to somebody is wrong. Like there's a makeup, and well, she's not, I don't think she's a makeup brand. I think she's a hair care brand, but there is a brand that I will no longer support after an April Fool's joke that she pulled a couple of years ago, because I don't know about you, but I think what she did was absolutely heinous. It's Kristen Leanne. She owns Arctic Fox. A couple of years back, I think it was 2018, could have been 2019, she put on Instagram that that she was pregnant, and then did like a "but we lost the baby" thing in like another slide on her Instagram stories, and was like, "Psych, April Fools, I wasn't pregnant at all." But she made like a joke out of miscarriage, and from somebody who's had a miscarriage and a stillborn, that's not a joke. I think April Fool's jokes are insensitive and childish, and maybe it's just me, but I do not find them funny at all. I never have. I don't like them. I don't like the idea of people like playing tricks on people or jokes on people, because I don't find them amusing at all. So maybe it's my lack of American humor. I don't know. I don't appreciate that kind of stuff. So you won't ever find April Fool's jokes on this channel, period. I don't like them. They're a huge nay in my book, and I don't like them. So for makeup, I pulled a lot of like lip products, eyeliners. I even pulled a foundation this time and things like that. But for the most part, because of the theme that I'm going to be working with this month, what I plan on doing is more color related. So I didn't want to like put my choices in a box for this month, because I want the ability to rotate through things and use them as I see fit. So starting off, we'll go with the palette that was sent to me. I did show it in my live stream yesterday, and I do have the 2 magnetic palettes that I pulled. This is the Profusion Wanderlust palette. Kelly Gooch talks about this palette all the time, and as you can see, it's still sealed. I haven't taken the thing off of it yet. So it's a lot of greens and purples, but this is actually darker than what I had intended. So I'm kind of glad that there's a few lighter shades in here. Maybe I can mix and make the colors that I want. There is like a purple block or a purple and pink block. You have like a couple of blues, you have greens, you've got some neutrals in here. That's kind of green. So you have like greens here, and then you have like blues here. You've got purples here, and then a couple of pinky purple shades. So this one, and that one's kind of more like a coral shade. And I'm surprised there's actually names on here. This was on my Amazon wish list. There's like 2 more palettes that Profusion has that's like this. But I know Kelly Gooch like raves about this palette. She loves this palette. It's like one of her favorite palettes. And it even has a brush in it. And she said the brush is actually really nice. So I'm excited to get into this. And it's still like, it's taped down here on the bottom. And like I said, it's got a little seal on top. So this is the main palette that I pulled for this month. And then I pulled single shadows. There's a couple of highlighters thrown in here. I've got the IBY Beauty highlighter in the shade Bubbly. I have this one here. You are from the Beauty Crop. Oh, this is an eyeshadow called Halo. I thought you were a highlighter. My bad. So here's one of the palettes that I pulled. Some of these are colors from last month that I didn't get to use. I just kind of moved them over. And then here's the other one. This one I think is the one that has the highlighter in it. No? Yes? Maybe? Oh well. Doesn't really matter. I can probably use these as highlighters. So here's the colors that I pulled here. Again, some of these came from last month that I didn't get to use. And I think I have 2 Lele Posh. Yeah, I have Ripple. I think that's what this one, oh wait, this one might be Prissy. Yeah, this one's Prissy. It's like a really pretty like pink shade. And then the other one I pulled, what are you? Are you Reaper? No, Mad Love is the other one that I pulled. So it's like a lavender purple shade. And then the rest of these are like intermixed. Some of them are mine. Some of them are from like Ipsy. So what I want to do this month, because I completely forgot about Ostara, and I know Easter's coming up, I want this palette from Nomad Cosmetics. It's called Take Me Back to Tokyo, or in Tokyo. It's a Tokyo based like themed palette. So the first row is mattes, the middle row is like satin shades, and then the bottom row are shimmers. And it's a pastel eyeshadow palette. I do have in my Ipsy bag, I did pick, like the item that I picked this month is specifically an eyeshadow from Nomad. I do have their bronzer. I actually just put that away last night. That was in last month's Shop My Stash. Their eyeshadow formula is amazing. Their matte shadows or even their matte products, it's very, very, very soft and silky feeling. They blend amazingly. So when I saw that I could pick a matte eyeshadow, or I pick an eyeshadow from Nomad, I was like, yes, because I really like the products. I really like the brand. But as an add-on for this coming month, there was a pastel looking palette. Like the top half was neutrals and the bottom half was more like pastel shades from IBY Beauty. And I own a couple of items from IBY, as I showed you. I have at least the highlighter in there. I can't find any of the shadows that I own, so whatever. But I do have an eyeshadow palette coming from Ipsy that was an add-on this month. So that is another reason why I didn't pull a whole lot of products. But you'll find that this month I pulled a lot of pinks. I actually pulled both of the pink lip products from Jeffree Star's Shane Dawson collab. I pulled Ryland and Oh My God. These are like 2, let me zoom this in so you guys can see better. These are 2 very like baby pink shades. I also pulled the Dominique Cosmetics lemonade, pink lemonade, or strawberry, was it strawberry lemonade? Yeah, strawberry lemonade lip gloss. It doesn't go on that color. I pulled mine in Cutie, which does go on this color. I have the Buxom in Rose Julep that I pulled. I pulled a very frosty pink lipstick from Wet n Wild. This is in the shade Dark Pink Frost. I have the little bit of my Urban Decay SPL Hi-Fi Shine. This is a glitter lip gloss. I hate this one because you can feel the glitter on your lips, but I pulled it. I pulled my Frosty Pink Lipstick and Doll. This is in my to use up pile. I pulled my Stila. This is a Glitter and Glow in Wanderlust. It's a really pretty, like, multi-dimensional, like, light color with all the gold writing on here. It's hard to show you. But it's like a beigey pink shade with pink and green and yellow glitter in it. I pulled that. I pulled my Maybelline Master Holographic Purple Highlighter. It's like a really light purple. I pulled my Tarte blush in Dazzled. It's more like a pink, light shimmery blush. My L'Oreal Lumi Bronze I pulled Electra from Luna by Luna. It's a like pinky champagne highlighter. Are you getting the theme here? I pulled my Eyelights in Aphrodite. It's like a white that shifts pink and purple. It's an eyeshadow, but it also works as a highlight. I pulled the Flower Beauty in Spiced Petal for like a neutral color lipstick. It's a little bit mauve, but for the most part it's pretty neutral on me. I pulled this like peachy one. This is in Bayos from Physicians Formula. It's like a super hydrating formula and it has a sweet flavor to it. The NYX Lip Lingerie, this is like concealer lips. So I pulled that so I could like lighten things if I need to, or you know, abuse it and throw it around the bathroom. I pulled this one. This is from what are you, Illamasqua? Yeah, Illamasqua. This is in Cosmic. It's this really strange pinky shade. It's, I guess you could call it a dusty rose color. I pulled this one. It's just a little miniature lipstick. And then the majority of what I pulled are liners. I did pull a brow product and from BH Cosmetics, one that I haven't really used since I bought it. And then I pulled a black liner. I have my Model Co brow pencil here. And then I have the CoverGirl liquid liner I just want to use up. Those are like standard. I pulled the X-Rated mascara from Smashbox and my Maybelline The Falsies Flared mascara for this month. Let me get some of these put back. I pulled the ABH Clear Brow Gel. Okay, so I have two of the Power Pencils from BH Cosmetics. One of them is in Shimmer Pearl, which is like a pink color. The other one is in a teal, and it's a really pretty like teal color. You know, name teal. Kind of common sense stuff there. And then I pulled the Aero Enhanced and Bright Now. It's like a light pinky white used for like brightening your under eye or your waterline. I pulled two of my Maybelline. This is the Lasting Drama. One of them is in Moonlight Purple and the other one is in White Luster. It's like an iridescent white, and then the other one is like a pearly, like light lavender shade, and they're both really pretty in the waterline. I pulled three of the liners that Jason sent me for either my birthday or Christmas stuff last year. I pulled the white one. Do you even have a name? So it's 0102 or 05. So it's like a lavender shade, a pink, and a white. I pulled those. I don't really like them because they're plastic, but I have them and I figured I could use them in artistic stuff. I pulled the ColourPop white liquid liner in, what are you, Graceland? Yeah, Graceland. And it's a felt tip white liner. And then I pulled the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Oyster. It is in like an iridescent lilac shade. It's not lavender. It's too warm to be lavender. But it's a really pretty like pearly purplish shade. I have, what did I move? I'll move you. For concealers, I pulled the ColourPop white Yeah, this is in Fair 00. It's their white concealer. Just in case I needed the white base, I have the e.l.f. in Warm Fair. This is a 16-hour camo concealer. I pulled the NYX Studio Pro HD Photogenic Concealer in Porcelain, which is CW01. It's a little too peach for me. I'm just trying to use it up. And I pulled the Dark Banana or Banana Deep from the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. This is their Conceal and Correct line. It's a yellow corrector. And I haven't had it that long, but as you can see, I've used quite a bit of it. Then got the mascaras done, liners. I pulled the Dr. Jart BB cream. This is in light medium. I'll probably use it for like cream contour. I also pulled the First Aid Beauty. This is their Ultra Repair Hyaluronic Primer. This is the one I think smells like coconut, and I do not like coconut primer smells. Oh no, this is the cucumber one. Blah. I don't like cucumber smelling crap. Yuck. It makes my stomach hurt. And then I pulled the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Foundation Stick in F1. If there was a shade lighter than this, I would buy it. But I've used like this much of it since I bought it last like October. And I've used this quite a bit. So this will last me a while, and I don't really wear foundation. So I can't believe we're only 17 minutes in and I've basically talked about everything. Usually I have like more stuff. I usually pull like more highlighters. I usually pull more like singles and stuff. I put away like 3 empty magnetic palettes because I figured, why limit myself to picking things to use when I want to be able to use whatever I want to use. I want to be able to do things within my color theme. So getting into the theme, I want to do pastels because I've had my eye on not one but 2 pastel palettes. One of them is like $39, and then there's a couple at BH that I saw, but it's like half neutral with like 4 pastel shades, which it's not really a pastel palette. It's a neutral palette with a pop color. Then there's another brand that I saw that had a pastel, mainly pastel palette, and it's about the same price as the one from Nomad Cosmetics. Now, Nomad Cosmetics, the owner of the brand, and I do talk on Instagram. I love conversing with them. They are amazing. I love the message of the brand. I love the fact that they take the time to respond to comments. They do direct message me on Instagram. We talk about like where we live and things that's going on, and they're based out of Texas. And they like things they like to be near the water. She's a water sign, I'm an air sign. But we like talked about things that we like and things that we enjoy and certain things about makeup that inspire us. And I appreciate that with an indie brand. I think you can buy them at Sephora or Ulta. I would have to look and see and link them. As of right now, a lot of people are boycotting Sephora because of their recent actions with this COVID-19 stuff. They were saying that they were going to keep their employees on and that they were going to give them like paid time off, and then just last week they fired everybody that was part-time. Anybody that was not full-time, which is the majority of the staff, they let go. No incentives, no pay, no nothing, just fired. And then so there's a whole lot of Sephora employees currently out of work due to that situation, and that definitely leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I also prefer Ulta over Sephora. I always have. I've only placed like 1 physical order from Sephora's website ever, and I did get the Sephora Play for like 3 or 4 months, but other than that, I've never really shopped at Sephora, and they're a little too pricey for me. So for pastel ideas that I had, because I want to see, number one, it's a beautiful palette, but the thing is, I don't really wear pastel colors because I don't think to grab for them. I don't even know how much of my collection is pastel because I like the hot pink shades. I like shades like this like fuchsia color right here. I like these greens. I like the dark purples. I like blue. I like red. I use a lot of stuff this color. So looking just at this palette, the pastels in this palette would be the blue chalcedony shade, the rose quartz shade, and I might be able to get away with the matte shade from Tiger's Eye. And this is just one palette example. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors in this palette that might work for pastel shades. And I could probably mix like this shade with this shade to make a lighter purple, and that's a possibility. And then I have all these little mini palettes. The reason this is out is because this is this week's video. The Thursday live stream swatching video, that's what this is. So if we look at the Pisces palette, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 shades here out of a 9-shade palette that could potentially work for pastels. This one has 3. You've got the center shade and then these 2. This is the Cancer. With the Sagittarius palette, you've got this lavender shade here and this bone shade over here, and that's it. So 2 shades out of 9. This one wouldn't work at all because the shades are too dark. Oh, the center shade would. The center shade is like a canary yellow, so that might work. So 1 shade out of 9. The Capricorn palette, maybe the center shade, and then this one up here by my finger would work. So 2 out of 9. The Aquarius palette, oh, this one has a lot of pastel or lighter colored shades. So you've got the center, and then you've got these 3 blues here that would probably work. And what some people think is pastels, other people might not. So I'm just trying to find something similar to pastel. That way I'll know if I use pastel shades for the month of April and try and keep it like Easter kind of colors. And I'm talking like springy greens, like pinks and peaches and purples, lavenders, lilacs, like light blues, light greens, lighter versions of the shades that I go bananas for because I like the bright bold colors. Yeah, this palette has 1 color in it. 1. This is the Virgo palette. Now the Libra palette that I haven't been able to buy yet because I don't have the money for it is a pastel palette. So if I owned the little mini zodiac in Libra, I would be set for pastels because that one is a pastel palette. So I need Libra, Scorpio, and Leo. Those are the only 3 of these I'm missing. And right now, Libra and Scorpio are on sale, but I don't have the money to buy it. Oh, this one has like a grassy green in it. This one here, this shade, this shade, this shade, and maybe this gold shade. So there's 5 in here. 5 that might work. Promising. So that was the Taurus, and then we have the Aries palette, and the only one in the Aries palette is this one here. So I'm going to be sticking with like lighter tones this month, lighter colors. I will even try and coordinate like my clothing instead of wearing like black tank tops, because I've got like a ton of these. Instead of wearing like black, I'll try and stick to more pastel colors anyways, to try and stick with the themes. Now granted, this is what I put on yesterday afternoon after my shower, and so no point in me changing clothes to just do a video. I like wearing pastels. Actually, pastel colors look really good against my skin because number one, I'm pale. I have a very yellowish green undertone, and there's a fly in here like there was yesterday. It's okay, if I find it, I'll kill it. Anyways, so that was the idea, the theme behind this month. I'm going to try and do some like Easter type looks. I do not celebrate Easter. I am pagan. It is a pagan holiday, to be honest, with Ostara, and you've got Maven, and you've got like maypoles, and the Easter bunny is a sign of fertility, and you've got the eggs, which again, sign of fertility. So it's like spring and spring awakening and fresh flowers and blooms, and our azaleas, Dad just cut them back because he just painted the house, but our azaleas were going nuts, and if I can find any like azaleas in the yard that Dad hasn't trimmed back, I will try and pull some of those flowers and incorporate them like on a headband or something into my makeup looks, because we've got a bunch of different flowers in the yard that are like blooming. Some of them make me sneeze, some of them don't smell like anything, some of them stink like dirty feet. So I'll try and find some flowers and stuff around the yard and incorporate makeup looks around those. But I want to think spring, not virus, spring. I want to think light colors and light moods and not worrying about the world's problems right now, because I honestly can't do anything about it besides stay home. And I stay home 24/7, 365. Anyways, so I'm okay being at home. I'm okay being alone. I prefer to be by myself and alone and not out in public. I mean, when I'm out in public, I'm fine, but I prefer solitude, okay? So this is not affecting me at all. The social distancing, the not seeing your friends, not going out places, not going to bars, I don't do that stuff anyways. This stuff isn't literally affecting me. And health-wise, because I have health issues, I wouldn't go out anyways, because then it would literally affect me, and I don't want to die. So, well, I'm not worried about dying, but that's neither here nor there. But the thing is that in Florida just enacted a lockdown. We're on a stay-at-home order officially now as of midnight tonight. So at least finally our governor got his head unstuck from firmly between his cheeks, which is great. But I didn't even realize this. This palette looks pastel on the front. Look at that. I didn't even think about that. Anyway, I'll put it back. That way I don't forget what I'm doing Thursday for my live swatching. I have a video ready to go up for Thursday, but I'll just do a live stream instead. It's just easier and less editing for me. So that is the idea, the theme, everything. I want to try and keep this month like lighthearted. I am so tired of seeing everything about this virus. I'm tired of it being on my Facebook, my Twitter, YouTube. That's all YouTube wants to promote right now is this stuff. I don't care about it. I don't want to see it. If I want to know something, I go to reputable websites and read the information. I do not listen to uneducated people speak about it on YouTube. I'm sorry, I'm not interested. I'm tired of hearing YouTubers talk about it in every frippin' video that they do. Every video, it's like, I understand the world is coming to an end, but no, stop. People come to YouTube to escape all that crap. That's what I do. I don't want to hear about it in every video. I just unsubscribed from like 15 people yesterday because that's all they wanted to talk about on their channel was that. I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to hear about it anymore. Stay the fuck home. Stop potentially contaminating people. Don't go places that you don't need to go. If you are not an essential worker, if you're not running a grocery store or driving truck, working in a hospital or working in a medical facility, stay the fuck home. So it's how I feel about it. My dad took 2 weeks off of work. Now granted, I guess they consider what he does essential because he keeps things running at like the airports and stuff like that. He does all the electronics for like gated communities, and it's probably better that he's not working right now because those motherfuckers can't leave their house. And nobody's really going to the airport right now anyway, so thankfully nothing has broken there. But I mean, he took 2 weeks off of work using like paid sick time to stay home to try and like get this stuff to calm down. We have like 7,000 cases of the virus here in Florida, and a lot of it is because people are stupid and they're going to the beaches. Stop going to the beach, you morons. Like, really? Just dig a hole in your backyard, pour some water in it, buy a kiddie pool, do something to stay home. And one person in the pool at a time. Stay your distance. Don't go coughing on people. Stop coughing on produce at the grocery stores that they're just going to have to throw out. All it does is just make me mad. And, you know, that's really the only thing. We buy like cat food and cat litter, milk, orange juice, and produce. That's mainly the main staples that we buy every 2 weeks, and chicken. But everything else we always have, like coffee, pantry items, that kind of stuff. We always keep that stuff in the house. Always have toilet paper, soap, toothpaste. And if we're starting to get low on one of those things, it goes on the list and I buy it when we need it. But for the most part, we always make sure that we have what we need, and I'm thankful to the fact that I can literally just go to the store with my dad's card and buy what we need, and then I don't have to worry about running low on things because we always have it. Even when I was broke and, you know, raising my kids when they were little, I always made sure that they had what they needed first, and then I worried about me. So it's one of those things you always want to be prepared. We also live in Florida. There's hurricanes. You never know when you're going to need supplies. So we stay stocked all year round. Just how I was raised. You know, don't go buying 1 or 2 items each day at the store. Don't leave to go to the store like literally every day. Go once a week, once every 2 weeks, something like that. If you can do curbside. I know Amazon has a thing where they'll like deliver your food within so many hours or whatever. I guess it's through Whole Foods. We don't have a Whole Foods where I live. There's one down in Orlando and there's one in Ocala, but they're not here, so we can't use that Amazon service. But Walmart does have like curbside pickup. Our Publix does not. Somebody suggested Publix. Our Publix doesn't have that feature, but Walmart does, and I'm grateful for that because I can order it online at my computer and then pick it the day and time and go and pick it up and not have to worry about physically going in the store as long as I have what we need. So yeah, rant over. Is it today, Wednesday, I think? I know it's the 1st. I think it's Wednesday. So tomorrow, tomorrow's Thursday if I'm rationalizing the days right, will be a live stream swatch comparison between the 9 mini palettes that I own and the Crystal Zodiac. It was on my list of stuff to film. Oh, hey Jason. Is today Wednesday or is tomorrow Wednesday? You're a lurker, by the way. Have you been in here this whole time? I didn't tell you I was going live because I didn't want to bother you. Okay, hi. So yes, tomorrow will be a live stream swatch comparison between the miniature palettes. That's another reason why it's still on the counter, is because I knew I would need to do it this week. So yeah. Look at you being all lurkerish and stuff. I saw you on Warframe earlier. You made me want to get on, but I knew I had to do this. So if you want to get back on Warframe, I haven't been on there in a couple months. If you want to play Warframe, maybe we can live stream it. I think I probably got kicked out of the clan by now, so. Oh gosh, I was playing a really cute game yesterday. It's definitely for kids. It's called Wizards 101. It's like an interactive card game, and the artwork is kind of cute on it. The storyline is cute. I started playing it yesterday. Oh, and I downloaded King's Quest. I originally played King's Quest like years back. I think King's Quest 4 or 5 was the last one I was able to like buy and play when I was a kid. So yeah, when I found on Steam that they had a new King's Quest one that you could like download and play by chapter, I downloaded that. I played that for like chapter 1, and then I closed that and loaded Wizards 101. It was cute. It was really a cute game. A good way to nonchalantly waste your time. It doesn't take a whole lot of like brain activity to play it. But yeah, it was a really cute game. So I downloaded a bunch of games. Oh, and I downloaded one, I think it's called Builders of Egypt. That game, it just pisses me off. It's very similar to like Caesar 4. I think that's what it is, Caesar 4. It's very similar to that. It's like a SimCity type premise behind it, where you have to like build and have production buildings and feed you people and that kind of stuff. But if you like follow the tutorial and do everything that they tell you to do, you're supposed to be able to like increase the amount of like revenue that you have. There's no way to save the game. I understand it's in alpha testing or early access, but like you do everything that it tells you to do, and then you people starve to death, and you're like, what did I do wrong? I followed the tutorial. I even tried playing it and not follow the tutorial and did it how I would normally like build. And then I had too much food and not enough workers. And then I was like, finally I built more stuff and got more workers. And then they ate all the food. And then I was like in debt. I'm like, oh Jesus. So that game made me want to rip my hair out. It's still on my computer. I just haven't played it in a while. I played it for like 6 hours straight one day. I was like, I was ready to rip all my hair out. And if you leave the game, literally, there's no save feature on it at all. So if you leave or close the game, or the game crashes, when you come back, it's a brand new game. You're like, oh, son of a... So, yeah. Anyways, so enough blathering on for me. I'm gonna put my tray back. Tomorrow will be a live stream swatch of the comparison between the mini zodiacs and the crystal zodiac to see if there's anything similar. Looking at the little palettes, I'm not sure that there's going to be anything similar. So, anyways, I will see you guys in tomorrow's live stream. I don't know what time it'll be, but it'll have to be before the sun starts setting because I need outside sunlight to do part of the stream. So yeah, hopefully I will see you guys then, and hopefully you guys are staying safe. Stay the fuck home, and I will see you guys in another video or live stream.